Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome to Cooking Companions, which sure to just be a lighthearted game, right? Nothing weird is gonna happen here. Thank you, Serenity Forge, for the code. Let's dive in. But lighthearted game. This game is not suitable for children who are easily disturbed by friendly food, right? Right. Do you wish to continue? Yes. That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. I can't wait to Achoo! I'm sorry, everyone. It must be the dust. Get those allergies under control, Mariah. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure with a little grace, we can make this cabin shine. So are you volunteering to clean, Gregor? No. Not any supplies here. Guess we'll have to go out to get what we need. There's a fireplace for making stews, so let's gather up some firewood, okay? Leave that to me, little guy. I'll tie you up around the cabin. Need to save Mariah from dying due to this dust. Hey! Oh, is there nothing to joke about, Karen? She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down. Thanks, Anatoly. I think we'll go foraging outside with over 450 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime moles. There's bound to be treasure up here. Roughing it is fun, and Anatoly knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands. I think the slime molds will be the most delicious. Most certainly not. What about the fungi? Do you even know which ones are poisonous? I could figure that one out. You can be the canary in the coal mine, Anatoly. I'm not ending up a corpse here. Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around. Won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate them. Number 1 is Anatoly! Oh, yeah. Sorry, Mariah. Got carried away again. I hope Anatoly will look for food. I'm definitely better at warding off wild animals. If we come up empty-handed, we can always eat some of the food we brought. You mean the emergency rations? Bad idea, chump. Hey, Anatoly and Mariah are getting food. Gregor is gathering the firewood. That makes you our designated chef. Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You know, I'm very excited to try your cooking. Alright, everyone, let's get to work while there's still sunlight. Later. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor. The 3 exit the cabin, leaving you and Karen alone. I think Anatoly put the supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking. Tutorial. To save your game, use the bottom rightmost button located on the text box to pull up the game menu. Can I just hit start? I can also just hit options. Okay. Spending your life perform a myriad of actions, from saving or loading your game to changing game's options, and even exit back to the title screen. Please note, going back to the main menu or exiting the game without saving will remove progress you've made. Be sure to save. Do you have any experience making meals? Of course. Is that so? Look at you. I think you'd be good at serving up food poisoning. Right? Looks like Karen will remember that. Anyways, going to check out the living room. Let's talk later. Karen heads to the living room and starts looking at the books. You decide to look around the kitchen to find ingredients for the meal tonight. Tutorial, you'll never know what you'll find around the cabin. Clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once. Why not give it a try? What area do you want to search first? Just try the cupboards. First 2 cupboards are empty, and that's leave us to put the supplies somewhere else. Cupboards? You check the cupboards again. Just some mouse turds and cobwebs. You check the cupboards underneath the sink. You found a dead mouse! This would be a great gift to give to Karen. You added a dead mouse to your inventory. Why are we giving that to her? Cupboards. You put the dead mouse back in the cupboard. Karen's not ready for the dead mouse yet. Oh. There's a letter L engraved on the left side of the cupboard. What a fitting gravestone for the mouse. Okay, so it just disappears once you've exhausted it? behind the wood pile. There's nothing but cobwebs back here. Thankfully, no spiders. You look at the wood logs closer. This is just a pile of Norway spruce. Norway spruce won't burn as well as oak logs. These would be useless during a snowstorm. These logs are less dense. It won't fill the cabin with a heavy smell. Perfect when you want to smell a good meal. The supplies aren't anywhere near here. Oh, fine. The drawers. You check the drawers on the left. Just some dirty knives. You check the drawer above the mouse hole. Some kind of mold is growing in this one. Maybe Karin will find it appetizing. You check the drawer above the wood pile. Something's making it difficult to open. You pull it open with all your might. It's time! Trumpet sound off! Never fear, Onion is here! Like my cousin Gorbert says, I'll rise to the occasion! Oh, he's merry! Raspberry! Potato? Cabbage stuffed me in this drawer! I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping! Where the trumpets? Why talk with those boring humans? Oh, I'm gonna turn the sound effects back up. I turned them down. See if this makes them a little louder. Why talk with those boring humans? Yeah, there, the sound effects, okay. All they have to give you is drama! Come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable recipes you can cook. We'll share the secrets of our trumpet recipes. Collect them all to become a 5-star chef. Tutorial. You can find unlocked recipes in the main menu under Extra, but be sure to save the game. To celebrate, here's your first recipe card. Roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate. Meat free. You unlocked your first recipe. If you ever want to talk, just come to the drawer. Trumpet! Let's move up! Cabbage really slams the door closed. You wonder if what you just saw was real? You're slightly worried about what this means for your mental state. And only slightly. Hey! Did you find the supplies? You shake your head. Oh, Natalie lied. He actually put them in the bedroom? Idiot. Here you go. You get the emergency supplies. Karin leaves you alone. You start a fire with some of the wood and get to work on cooking dinner. Tonight's entree, a vegetable stew. In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it. 15 minutes later, you drain the pan and set the vegetables aside. Placing some butter in the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in, you cook it for about 10 minutes. The onions are tender and translucent. Perfect! You next mix in some flour, salt, pepper, and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Hours pass. We're back! More firewood than you'll ever need! We found some wild sorrel. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a bigger bounty. And Natalie's bearing the lead. We saw a red deer. Mariah spotted it. Yeah, that's great. Anyways, killed 17 spiders today while you were out looking at deer. Yeah! That should come as no surprise. There are over 160 species of spiders here. 160? Don't worry, Mariah. I'm sure they were all in the bathroom or something. No. Almost all of them were near the couch. I was gonna sleep on the couch. That's where 16 of them were. I am not sleeping on the couch then. And there's only 2 beds in the bedroom. That's what, Mariah. I can sleep anywhere, so I'll use the rocking chair. Just in case any of them swarm the couch. I'll sleep with one eye open. Thanks, Grigor. Karin and Natalie, you two take the bedroom. Hey, thanks, big guy. Joke's on you, Grigor. I always plan on taking one of the beds. Hey, Natalie, I snore louder than the lumberyard. Sweet dreams, chump. Return back to your bubbling vegetable stew and try a bite. It tastes pretty good. You cooked vegetable stew. You set the table and ask everyone to dig in. Oh wow, the smell is delicious. Thank you. You must be a world-class chef. Karen takes a bite. It's bland as hell. Karen! Tastes like every other vegetable stew. So generic. I'll probably use some meat next time. Gross! For a side dish, we could bake some bread and utilize the Fragaria vesca, commonly known as strawberries, for some jam. Nobody cares, Pipsqueak. Everybody laughs at Karen's polite ribbing. Nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal for friends. This could very well be the best day you've ever had. Go to bed stuffed. Day 0. Day 1. Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? I was so warm last night, I didn't even need a blanket. What time is it? About 1 hour until dawn. Are you two quiet down? Trying to sleep over here? Gregor, the birds outside aren't making much noise yet. We didn't bring many supplies, remember? Better to get a head start on gathering food. It's too early for this. Gregor, do you see any spiders last night? There was a small one in the bathroom. Yeah! Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink. Mariah turns a little pale. Karen's messing with you, Mariah. Let's find more than wild sorrel today. Yeah. If you're lucky, little guy, maybe I'll teach you how to catch some wild brown trout. What's with you and meat, big guy? Natalie's herbalism book stated that there's many more species of plants to eat out here. Let's leave the fish alone. You know, I'm not into meat. That's a shame. I'd wake up early to go fishing. Cheer up, Karen. We'll get to observe the trout at the very least. Maybe we'll see more red deer today. That sounds like a waste of time, Gregor. Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries. I love blackthorn berries. We'll be back later. Can you watch our stuff today? You nod. Thank you. Thanks. Don't steal anything, okay? You nod. Mariah and Natalie, Gregor, and Karen leave the cabin with a skip to their step. You're alone, but thankfully you have a drawer of chompettes to keep you company. Tutorial, each day you'll be asked to explore a different part of the cabin. You only get one choice, then the day will end. Choose wisely. What do you want to check out today? Let's pass on the chompettes for now. Let's go into the basement. The story goes into the basement. There's no reason to go into the basement right now. You wait for the others to return. What? It was a nothing burger? I feel gypped. We're back! Knock it off, Mariah. Pretty rare to be scared of one. Hey, it's nothing. I didn't know the big guy would be scared of it. Shut up! You don't understand. I don't think anyone understands Gregor. It was just a marmot, Gregor, not a monster. I laugh so hard that your ears ring. Tears are rolling down Mariah's cheeks. She's laughing so hard that she's about to hyperventilate. Stop her from hyperventilating? Absolutely not. One less mouth to feed, right? You don't get it. It's pretty personal. And please, explain, big guy. Gregor looks incredibly uncomfortable right now. Let's leave him alone. We found some raspberries and elderberries near the cabin. Quite the selection of species here. We also found more wild sorrel. This is gonna be enough for a good meal. Everyone's looking at you for an answer. You decided to do an inventory of all available ingredients. Takes you a while, but you decide on your specialty, cabbage rolls. First, bring a large pot of water to boil. You let the cabbage leaves boil for 2 minutes, draining the pot into the sink. In a medium mixing bowl, you combine some cooked rice, onion, egg, salt and pepper, along with some tomato sauce. Use your hands to mix thoroughly and decide to wash your hands after it won't come off. Bind the rice mixture evenly between the cabbage leaves. You then roll them up and tie a string around them so they stay in one piece. Place the cabbage rolls in a large skillet over medium heat, pouring the rest of the tomato mixture over the top. Covering it, you bring it to a boil. Reduce the heat to low and let the cabbage rolls simmer for about 40 minutes, being sure to baste it with the liquid. You cooked cabbage rolls! Mariah looks optimistic. Karen looks skeptical. And Natalie looks curious. Gregor looks thrilled. You watch intently as everyone takes the first bite. That's pretty darn good. Wow, I could eat the whole batch myself. I think vegetable stew tasted better, but I'm loving how tender the cabbage is. The sauce is pretty red. Did you use fresh tomatoes for it? It really adds to it. Spoon some of the liquid on top of it. You'll thank me later. Incredible. It's definitely growing on me. This really was something special. Thanks again for cooking. Everyone leaves the dishes behind for you to do. Dishes can wait. Everyone goes to bed full and happy. You're asleep instantly. I assume it's supposed to be. Tomorrow will be another great day. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Again, Gregor. Can you let us sleep in? Not today. Why? Storm clouds are coming. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour. Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while. Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but used a lot of what we had. Gregor is also correct. Precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'd be foolish to not go out and look for food today. You really think it'll flood? Thankfully, the cabin is on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. And it's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared. You're losing it, Gregor. Karen! There's nothing to worry about. I think Gregor's right, Karen. Huh? It won't hurt to prepare for the worst. I think she's right, Karen. Fail to prepare. Prepare to fail. Or not to lay. Let's go out and prepare for the storm. Foraging should be the key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods and has better odds than trying to hunt. Give me a few minutes and I'll plot out our route on some paper. Let me help, little guy. Natalie and Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Mariah and Karen are still hanging around. Unfortunately, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Try and max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to? We'll do... Mariah. Mariah is paging through some of the books on the bookshelf. You walk over to her. There are some great books here. Which one is your favorite? The crafting one. Oh, me too! Metallurgy is so interesting. Curious about what alloy composition the cauldron is. I haven't seen one like that before. Anyway, great choice. You think Mariah will remember that? Your relationship is stronger. Didn't know you were so smart. Well, let's talk again later, okay? You start to blush a little bit. You hear a cheer from the other room. Sounds like the two are wrapping up their meeting. Gregor and Natalie come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Hey, can you cook something while we're out? You nod. Thank you. Alright everyone, we have a route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. The group leaves, determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen? Huh? A radio? What's going on with the radio? You even noticed it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. It seems to be broken. Or hold on to this. You got the strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? Okay, we're not gonna try the basement. Let's look around the bedroom. Poor Natalie. Karn's noise is so loud he often wakes you up. Natalie must be running on fumes. Would he have the courage to wake her up though? Probably not. You wait around for the others to return. That didn't do much either! Mariah's back early today. Hey! The others are still looking for food outside. Natalie found some more berries, but nothing that will feed all of us. Please don't tell the others, but I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers, we don't have enough food, even with rationing, to last if we get stuck here. Mariah seems disappointed in your inventory management. Can you try cooking with a little less this evening? You nod. Thank you. You've done such a good job with meals so far. You're very sweet. Is Mariah blushing a little bit? Mariah will remember that. And the relationship is stronger again. Maybe you can teach me to cook sometime? You nod. Looking forward to it. You can hold cooking classes here someday. Really interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin. Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries. Jam is so bland without any sugar, though. Do you have any? You shake your head sadly. Yikes! Turn that frown upside down, Karn. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I'm not smiling for you, Gregor. Eh? Missed out. The sunset was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, even a little purple poking out. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. So can you expect the sailor's delight tomorrow? That's awesome! Big guy, we must have walked a few miles today. Beautiful area, you could even see snow on the tips of the mountains. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. I looked from person to person and tried to determine who it was. It was definitely Mariah. Mariah? I recognize that sound from anywhere. Guilty! Mariah looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. Search your mind for something to say, but all I can think of is an old riddle. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I? Dust? Try again, big guy. Everyone is pondering the answer. Mariah's face lights up. I got it! Is it hunger? Correct! That was my guess! So, what's on the menu tonight, Chef? Bread and jam. Crush the berries in your small mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. You cooked raspberry jam and bread. The bread's a little tough. Gregor! Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. This homemade jam is to die for. Sorry. No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks. Mariah! Everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal. They got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep. You go to bed wishing you had more. You have a strange dream. Something has been clinging to your back for days. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. It won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the hour. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your back in cool water. It doesn't work. It cuts deeper into your back, causing the river to run red. You didn't want things to come to this, but you've exhausted all other options. Swim out to the middle. Rocks in the bottom cut your feet. You slip and fall backwards. You push yourself to the bottom, trying to submerge the creature shredding your back. But it won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. You let the current take you downstream. You give up trying to swim to the shore. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. For a minute, you stop struggling against the waters. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back staring into your eyes, but you don't have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake in a cold sweat. Wake up! Sorry, you were making strange noises in your sleep. What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up? It woke me up. Try to fall back asleep, but it's so loud. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karen's snoring is making the walls shake. You don't sleep a wink. Open your eyes when you hear Anatoly slamming the door. He sounds petrified. I looked at the door and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors take warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe they'll clear up tomorrow? You're no optimist, Karen. Yeah, that's all Gregor has going for him. He's also good at chopping wood, though. Knock it off, you two. Mariah, do you think he'll clear up tomorrow? I give it a 27% chance. Based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels. And Natalie, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it earlier? Yeah. Couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? Yes. That bookshelf has some great books of artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust? I'd arrive at a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow. It's easy. Take the time of year, multiply by a factor of... Mariah begins to explain meteorology to you. She isn't dumbing any of this down. It's similar to where... It's the first thing you need to understand. Minutes of explanation feel like hours. You look over at Natalie. He's listening intently to Mariah. So intently, he hasn't blinked yet. You can see his eyes drying up. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Mariah finally wraps up her lecture, ending with a bow. Nobody claps. Tough crowd. Mariah, that was awe-inspiring. You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word of it. Yeah. Natalie turns to you. There's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. The Norwood situation is a little tight, but you'll make the right decisions. Oh, excuse me. I believe in you. Me too. Looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. Oh, pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs. Except for you. If everyone's stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking. You get some crusty bread and start working on making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decided to check in on the chompettes. Oh boy. Do I remember their voices?
Hello!
Hello! Don't worry, just leave the chompettes. I'll make sure none of the humans know about us.
Onion!
Well, that big guy would try to eat me like an apple, so definitely don't tell him about us. Are your plans going awry? Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast. That one's a little stale. Do you know how raspberry and milk were introduced? You told her no.
Raspberry!
Raspberry milkshake! You let an audible groan. Did cornbread teach you that one? Nope, wasted an entire day on it. It was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompet Comedy Competition this year?
Raspberry!
Of course!
Onion!
Not while I'm here. I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread? We still talk about that closing joke, Bread. You're gonna do great this year. Anyway, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Chompets stick together through thick and thin.
Raspberry!
Rain or shine. Feast and famine. Potato, I swear to God, repeat the line and we're locking you up again. Life or death. That's right! Chompets! Move out! Move out! The Chompets somehow manage to close the drawer on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Karen stops you as you bring in the food. Took you long enough. Karen looks at the 2 slices of bread left in the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's a mold on these last 2 slices of bread. Karen is right. What the hell is the matter with you? You grip the knife tightly in your hand. You think this is enough for 5 of us? Ooh, wait, we can't just throw this bread away. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Natalie, will mold spores give us food poisoning? No, scientists. Sorry. Well, let's pick off as much mold as we can. I can't leave the food with the floodwater, so this will have to last us another day. Everyone grimly nods, ripping the bread apart like a pack of wolves. Gregor eats the biggest chunks of mold. Disgusting. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had in Ukraine. Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until the storm is over, we shouldn't leave the cabin. Should clear up if we just give it some time. Natalie, what makes you think that? One of the books has weather reports? You're illiterate, so that's a lie. Karen, I've seen him reading. Who reads upside down? What do you think? Making me pick here. Karen's right. Good. And you're funny. Keep playing pretend, Natalie. Brutal, Karen. I found an old picture book in the living room of Natalie. might be something more your speed. Karen! Karen smiles at you. I guess let's call it a day. Yeah, sure. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 6 minutes later... I'm glad you caught on Natalie's bluff. You continue to impress. It's a shame Natalie's sleeping in the same bedroom. Should have never shared it with him. What if it was just me and you? I'm sure we could study and squeeze a few novels in before bed. You nod. Well, we'll have to kick him out at some point, right? Oh, you'll have to tell me about that. And an anatomization book in the bedroom. Really cool pictures in there. Karen looks like she has a crush on you. Oh, let me know if you're ever free for a lesson. Okay. Karen walks away looking very happy. You are definitely sure Karen will remember that. Your relationship is stronger. You go to sleep very hungry. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast the deer could run if startled. Whoa. Incredible. Impressive. Oh. I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal. No. It's only for one day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. That doesn't make us feel any better, Natalie. What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly. Natalie leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive of him. Everyone moves to a separate area. Karen in the bedroom, Gregor in the living room, Mariah in the kitchen, and Natalie in the bathroom. What do you want to speak to? Let's speak with Mariah. Oh! Didn't hear you coming! I was just double checking if there was any food we might have missed. But I couldn't get this drawer open. Could you give it a try? You nod. Great! Will you do that? I'm gonna get some more reading done. You think Mariah will remember that? Later. You pull open the drawer with all your might.
Hello!
Is the thunderstorm keeping you up at night? You just need to roll with it. Raspberry whispers so quietly you lean over to listen to her. We need to talk soon. Please listen to me when the time comes. Anyways,
Raspberry!
please don't let the others see us.
Cabbage!
That's right, Raspberry. Part of being a trumpet is secrecy. Wouldn't want those humans over here at meetings now, would we? You shake your head. Good. Trumpets! Roll on out! You shut the drawer. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. It won't stop. You're all doing great, just a little longer. I'm so hungry. Me too. You wish everyone a good night and get ready for bed. Your stomach is growling more. Wake up! I said, wake up! The rainfall has not stopped again. Did you have anything to do with this? You don't answer her question. Always thinking with your stomach, right? You should reconsider. Might save what little humanity you have left. At least I tried. I won't let this weigh on my conscience. Go back to sleep, monster. You quickly forget about Raspberry's conversation. You have a strange dream. A boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray, but he keeps screaming at you, calling you names. So you show him how it's done. You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. A smile crawls across his face. His anger turns to courage, and he pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake in a cold sweat. Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear Mariah getting up. She looks petrified. I couldn't sleep. Natalie has bags under his eyes. The storm is too loud. Karen looks out of it. The cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. Gregor looks a little gaunt. I got a good look out the window. And all I saw was rain. Great observations, Gregor. I was so hungry last night. Kept pacing around the bedroom. Karen turns to you. When is this going to end? I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keep rising. Fortunately, we're going to need to stay put unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. Once the weather improves, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Didn't you have a map on you? I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor. I'm sure they'll show up eventually. Ryan, Anthony, and Natalie go white as a sheet. How are we gonna find our way back now? We'll have to ride out the storm. Mariah looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating. Group stares at you. It will clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They all gravitate to different areas. Gregor's fake optimism is worrying, and Mariah's having trouble. Which one do you want to speak with today? To go with Mariah again. It's cold as hell over here! I'm surprised Gregor isn't freezing to death at night. How does he do it? Explain to Mariah how the size of the person and fat content contributes to their temperature. Yeah! Well, she was as big as Gregor. But to be honest, I'm happy with brains over brawn. Do you know what he wanted to do for a career? Mariah does her best Gregor impression. Cut trees and sleep under stars! How boring is that? Depends on the person, but pretty boring. You're so funny. Thanks for coming in and chatting with me. Mariah blushes a little. You make it easier to pass the time. Thank you. You're pretty sure Mariah will remember that. Relationship is stronger. You thank Mariah and get the others. Call everyone together, they all look nervous. You could cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone is staring at you. They're expecting that last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch, and slowly all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone serves their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. Karen is the first to eat hers, chewing each bite a few hundred times before swallowing. And Natalie chews it cautiously, slowly swallowing as he looks at the others. Ryan nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. Gregor? Gregor just pops in his mouth like a cherry. He inhaled it. The group thanks you awkwardly. It's not much, but you've run out of options. You wish everyone good night and get ready for bed. Go to bed starving. Good morning. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped. It's still flooding. What are we gonna do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or two, right? Actually, precipitation can occur more than 215 days a year here. But do you really think it will rain that long? Anatoly, it's been days already. What makes you think it will stop soon? Relax, everyone. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed it's done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared, but you need to survive. Karen and Gregor begin to discuss our next options. Do you want to speak with Mariah in the kitchen? Or Natalie in the living room? Thinks about everything you've done wrong and how you've doomed everyone. Let's speak with Mariah. Hey. Mariah looks relieved to see you. It's far too happy of a noise for right now. How are you holding up? Better question, how are you holding up? Not very good. That's very sweet of you to ask. Mariah's looking at you intently. She gets a little closer to you. I noticed you didn't use any meat when cooking. You usually have to pick it out of the foods the others make. But you respected that. Thank you. Mariah's looking at you with admiration. I need to speak with Gregor for a minute, but thanks again. You're definitely sure Mariah will remember that. You decided to check out the drawer again. You ask Potato where the others are. They'll be back. They want to explore the labyrinth of tunnels around the cabin. Surely, you've seen the mouse holes, right? They connect all over the cabin. Must have been some mouse that created them, or something worse. Anyways, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Things are gonna get worse from here on out. You have a feeling Potato is telling the truth. You realize some drool is leaking out of your mouth. Disgusting. Don't even try to eat me. You just get deathly sick if you try. And from the look of you need to retain all the water you can. From rationing to cooking, you failed every common sense measure for basic survival this week. You knew something like this would happen, right? Never mind. With waters rising and no food now, I think it'd be a great time to go over the fundamentals of starvation with you. When experiencing starvation, there are 4 factors that will determine if you live or die. Age, height, weight, and your degree of activity or inactivity. You've been especially lazy, so I think you'll survive a little longer than the others. The Harris-Benedict equation can help you figure out how many calories you need to simply maintain your current weight. The equation produces a number called the basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Stay with me here. BMR equals 655 plus 4.35 times weight in pounds plus 4.7 times height in inches minus 4.7 age in years. Got it? For fun, let's try it out on someone here. Mariah. Using Harris-Benedict, she looks like she's 120 pounds, about 5 foot 5, about 20 years old. Crunching the numbers. I think she needs about 1,388 calories daily. That's being abnormally stationary. She'd have to lay in bed all day and night just eating breathing and using her brain. Not very common when you're starving to death. People tend to get up more. She was being very active, let's say, swimming through floodwaters. We need to multiply that by that 1,388 calories by 1.9. So now she needs 2,638 calories per day. That's quite the difference, especially if you didn't ration food properly. Which she didn't. Guess that wraps up our first survival lesson. Hopefully we'll never have to speak again. Okay. Shut the drawer, going over the numbers again. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Everyone is silent. I'll go. Mariah! I used to swim all the time near my house. I probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. No! Let me go instead. You won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses and Natalie. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Little guy, let me go. Gregor, Sounds good to me. Karin! His arms are the longest. He's probably the best at climbing. No, that wouldn't be right, Gregor. Let me go instead. Again, none of these options are good ones. We need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. Since we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. We each pick one. And the shortest will go outside to search for food. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths. You picked the biggest. Watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Natalie? Karin? Will it be... Looks like I've got the shortest. Mariah. It's... okay. I watched Serenity Forge earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Just swim until you find higher ground and scout the area. Maybe you'll find fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karin, Natalie, Gregor, I'll keep us alive. I promise. She promised. Everyone watches Mariah leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then silence. Mariah has left the cabin. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up waiting and waiting. The sun is completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a cabin guest. You ask the guest to sit on the shovel, and you try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong, you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders, and then both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair causes you to throw up on the embers. You can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods. One of them looks behind her, eyes widening when she sees you. She's terrified. You've never been this angry in your entire life. You're gaining on them. They can't run forever. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall downward, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake in a cold sweat. Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Mariah. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So what do we do now? Just wait? Karin. How long? It's been almost a day since she left. Natalie and Grigor looked nervous. Someone needs to go look for her! We need to wait, Karin. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. So it could be days before she gets back? What are we supposed to eat? Mice? Karin. I'm sure Natalie will agree, but we'll discuss next options when we get to it. I never should have eaten that much. Karin's hands are involuntarily shaking. Grigor and Natalie just nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. I'm sure Mariah will make it back. She promised. Everyone retreats to a corner. What do you want to do today? Well, just go to the kitchen, I guess. So you go to Natalie. Hey, the kitchen definitely doesn't feel the same without Mariah. Her laugh, her smile. I never had to tell her how I felt about her. She'll be back, right? You nod. Yeah. I wish we had rationed better. He decided to distract Natalie with an old story. There was once a villager who had to stock up supplies for the winter. He filled his house with a cow, a sack of grains from the field, and 92 buckets of water, mostly for the cow. He ran out of room quickly. One day the villager grew sick. He knew he needed the life-giving milk from the cow to survive the winter. When he attempted to milk the cow, his grip was too weak under her to grasp her others. In desperation, he began to boil the grains. The cow cried out for food, but the villager could only afford to feed himself. Each night, the cries of the cow kept him awake, until one day he finally ran out of food. The villager crawled into bed for the last time, sobbing as the snow deepened outside. The cow's sad eyes stared back at him. He wanted to comfort the cow, but the buckets blocked his path. He was too weak, too sick. The final noise he heard was the cow still crying out for food. One haunting note to end his life. And Natalie looks horrified with your story. The Chompets can wait. You'll leave Natalie to his thoughts. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'd be fine with bread and jam. I'd be fine with just the strawberries. Nobody else laughs. I would kill for some vegetables right about now. You would too. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. You fall asleep quickly. You only dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. In a completely different room. Good morning. Karen's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today? I mean, it's my only option. Cook. You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. You cooked meat. Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Grigor finally gets off the couch. Where did you? The three are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small pieces. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? Explain how the meat is stored securely hidden so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Natalie runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Grigor wanders off, and Natalie returns looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some. Don't fight this, Natalie. Natalie takes a piece from the plate, turning his back to the group as he eats it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. I'm going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Karen leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? Let's go to Natalie in the bathroom. You knock on the door first. Natalie? You slowly open it. Thanks for checking in on me. You ask if he still feels sick. Not anymore. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you. You're sure Natalie will remember that? The relationship is stronger. You'll leave Natalie and go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Hours passed. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. They can never be satiated now. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time. No dinner. Fine. I understand. I can wait. No arguments? Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with the blacksmith, but he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eye has been giving you issues lately, so you reply, forge me a new eye then. You laugh, but then the ropes come out. He ties you to the chair with a long rope to prevent you from moving. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker one. No turning back now. The blacksmith takes a hot poker out of the coals. It makes his eyes glow as he scowls at you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch. Force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body as he raises the poker again. You wake in a cold sweat. You wake up to see Grigor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look at the window. Do you notice anything?
Они вас никогда не простят.
The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone's still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. Where's Mariah? This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m. I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise, like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes when the ring gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something, right? Yes! I sometimes hear her crying through the radio, but that's just a broadcast. Right? I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what she would have wanted. What's gone into you, Natalie? Natalie looks at you begging. Bring us another slab! Please! He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth! Help me! Natalie. Gregor looks hurt by Natalie's words. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to some boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it quickly. Smells good. What's taking so long? Boil faster! It looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth before swallowing the chunks whole. Natalie creates ripples in the broth with his finger. He isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Mariah. Natalie begins to weep. You look over at Karen. You didn't notice her eating. There's just an empty bowl now. Karen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? Explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. Yeah! How can you be so careless again? You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? This storm isn't ending! You clear your throat. Natalie? Yes? I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants. Please, Natalie. You can swim back after looking. Gregor is right, Natalie. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. You're right. Mariah's still out there. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Natalie. That's right, Natalie. Please help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay? No problem, little guy. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed ravenous. Mariah. Something is approaching. Don't cry, it's just me. Don't be a crybaby, it's just me. Onion! Not gonna be very sweet today. I'm worried about Natalie. He's gonna cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer, Onion. Please? Don't you Trust my advice? You shake your head. Got a fun factoid for you. Do you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It will help you prevent colds and ward off viruses.
Onion.
That was a lie. People actually believed it in the 1500s? How embarrassing. Who would believe that? There was even a doctor in 1919 who tricked people into thinking it was true. Anyway, you know what smells worse than a raw onion left in the room? You! It's been a while since your last bath, right? You can't remember. Could smell you before I even came into the room.
Onion.
Yikes! So, can you stop Nathalie from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. Nathalie can make his own decisions.
Onion.
Please! We don't need another one stalking the hallways, tapping on the windows, crying through the radio. You have the sudden urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using the mouse holes to get around?
Onion.
Scared to death they'll run into her! Don't make me tell to Cabbage about you. She can be as mean as Potato if you get on her bad side.
Onion. Onion.
Just kidding. She's great. Anyways, when time comes, just tell him not to really care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's only for me, okay? You can trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates. They're for the frying pan tomorrow. Nothing beats sliding around on butter.
Onion.
Later. You completely forget the conversation with Onion. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. You have a strange dream. A fox is collecting payment from you. You despise him, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of a sack and add 6 chickens on top. The fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point in his journey, the fox will eventually open the sack, and the dogs will tear the fox in half. Filled with such loathing for the fox, you gave him the only things you had for food. A storm rages outside. A storm still rages outside? As the snow piles up, you begin to eat whatever you can find. I know a storm rages outside. Yeah, just extra storm. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. A few days later, you go mad and leave the cabin. Completely ravenous. Trees begin to look like charred meat. You take a cut out of one, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood as you wade through the snow. Days later, a deer gallops by. The first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. Something smells terrible in the living room. Someone puked in the corner. You wipe it up with a rag to save them the embarrassment. Good morning. Good morning, little guy. Well, Nathalie, what's your decision? I barely slept last night. I could hear her whispers coming from the basement. She kept telling me to go outside. We don't want to rush you. But one of us puked last night. Really? And Nathalie, my patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. Why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see a glint of Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. The group disperses. Tensions seem to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do? Let's talk about the Chompets. This Chompet will be in the drawer today. You open it with caution. And nothing can we call our own but death, and that small model of the barren earth, which serves as paste and cover for our bones. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you creeping up behind me. I was reciting my favorite line from William Shakespeare. Do you know which play it was from? It wasn't the one with the weird sisters. You take a wild guess. That's right. The Life and Death of King Richard II. Before I came to this cabin, I used to read all of the classics. Guess potato, why you stop? I can't turn the page with just my tongue. Yeah, I can't even nudge a book off the bookshelf. Pathetic, right? You nod. Yeah, I've been watching your progress so far. I must say, very strange choices. Even for someone like you. You've been so nice to these four. Pity I didn't receive the same treatment. Oh well. Excuse my rambling. Are you here for another survival lesson? Shrug. Excellent. No shame in preparing for the absolute worst. 36 hours have passed. You have no food. What happens to your body? For starters, your brain stops craving glucose. But there's a good reason for that. Your guts have begun shrinking. Your liver has transformed fatty acids into chemical compounds called ketone bodies. Have I lost you already? There's a book in the living room if you'd rather read about it. You shake your head. Anyway, ketone bodies mimic glucose for the brain and provide about 2/3 of the energy we need to function. Fortunately, using ketone bodies gradually acidifies your blood, which can lead to ketoacidosis. But how do you know if you have ketoacidosis? Well, a large amount of acetone is released in your urine and respiratory system. Your breath will smell like fingernail polish, which smells like... can't remember. No one knows the smell now. But looking at you, I bet your breath smells much worse. Here, have another recipe card. You unlock Potato's recipe. I personally wouldn't make it, but you have a preference for meals like that, don't you? You don't argue. Let's talk again, okay? I won't be leaving the drawer. Far too dangerous to go exploring right now. You shut the drawer and call everyone together for a meeting. Natalie, you okay, little guy? Natalie looks pale, like he's gonna pass out. And Natalie, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Natalie. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Natalie. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Karen. Yes. Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say anything to Natalie? You say nothing. Goodbye, Natalie. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. And Natalie has left the cabin. See you soon, little guy. Guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. Karen goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor is getting choked up. I didn't tell him. I'm missing him already. Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep. You hear a scraping on the floor. Found you! Explain how this isn't a good time right now. This is no laughing matter. I'm worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree, but as dumb as a brick. What's the root of that? Ha ha ha. Another cornbread classic. You've been very unpopular right now. That's a tree reference. Get it? Anyway, you need to put Gregor from the red-haired woman. Cabbage called an emergency chomp-at meeting and told me to give you this mission. Protect Gregor at all costs. Understood? Yes. You nod. It's the yeast you can do, right? You tell Bread that pun didn't make sense. On a roll today. I'll see you around. Bread hops away, pushing himself through a mouse hole with a small pop. You fall asleep thinking about what Bread told you. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take out the glasses first, partially cracked, and set them down next to the workbench. After working the saw, you wrap the cuts in the old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you decide to dry the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching. You clench a fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake in a cold sweat. You wake in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk, or... You found some meat. Everybody's still asleep. This would be a nice surprise after yesterday's events. You decide to surprise everyone with breakfast. You start by cutting each slice fairly thin. You brown each side in the oven, releasing a unique smell in the air. Karen runs into the kitchen. What is that smell? Give it to me! Now! You don't argue. Karen grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it to her mouth. Ah! She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. Oh god. Already? Gregor looks conflicted. Lisa comes to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, grabbing more with his hands. Tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join them, quickly consuming the meat on the table. I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration. Karen is sounding more determined than before. I'm gonna lay down on the couch, try to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Karen leans in close to whisper, I'm glad Mariah and Natalie are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How did you get so good at it? You tell Karen. After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. Took a few nights, but I fought back. And now it's all that I can think about. I read the books on necropsy. Necropsy? The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect your art? You tell her. Yeah, right. I used to tell Mariah that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Karen pauses, deep in thought. You know Gregor can't swim, right? He'd be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Karen hands you a vial of liquid. I think you know what needs to be done. This is a strong anesthetic. I want you to slip this into Gregor's mug tonight. He won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. This request is beyond extreme. Will you do this for me? No? Fine. Save that for a rainy day. I have everything set up by the couch. You don't have to watch. The restraint should be easy to apply myself. Gregor's strength is a farce. Gregor, hi! Hey, Karen. What are you doing? Untie me! Oh my god. This will be over soon, Gregor. Arrgh! Stop! Gregor has turned silent. You leave her alone, going into the bedroom and crawling into the bed and not till he slept in. He fell asleep almost instantly. You have a strange dream. Wake up, sleepyhead! You were having a nightmare. Thanks for letting me practice last night. I think I did a great job. I had some breakfast this morning to celebrate. Breakfast? With what? There's something back there. That's a surprise. Gregor already finished his. Took a few hours though. Come on, let's eat. Get out of bed and head to the living room. Why? He's a little weak from the blood loss, but don't worry. Bandage him up like a field medic. What? What is it, Gregor? Where am I? Maybe you spend as much time reading books as chopping wood. You would have noticed the pages I was bookmarking in the necropsy book. What are you talking about? Do I have to spell it out for you? You're useless. You can't swim. How could you help us if you immediately drown? What? Put some of your limbs away for safekeeping. That leg was pretty tasty earlier, huh? Gregor goes pale. How's that for a big breakfast? Gregor looks at you. Don't even think about crawling away. If you leave this couch, I'll end you. We'll eat your fresh arm when everything else is gone. Let me start cooking some more of your leg. I'll leave you two alone to chat. This has gone too far. Hey. All I wanted was to keep everyone alive and together. But I failed. Are you disappointed in me? No. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Growing up, my mother always made sure I never went hungry. Seconds, thirds, fourths. I was never satisfied. One day on my way home from school, I was walking past a town inn. Something smelled amazing. It was coming from a pile of trash. I dug through it and discovered the bag. The meal was fresh out of the oven. At least, that's what I thought. I became severely ill with food poisoning, dry heaving into the toilet for hours. My mother rubbed my back and eventually carried me to bed. Like everywhere else, I was just here for the food. I'll never get this foul taste out of my mouth. She's going to keep eating me. I'm sorry. Getting too lightheaded to hold a good conversation. She's gonna torture me again. You know that, right? You nod. Gregor goes a little more pale. Can you cover me with a blanket? I'm so cold. This cabin, everything about it chills me to the bones. Please, consider it my dying wish. Yes, consider your dying wish granted. Thank you. Much warmer now. Watch out for that knife, okay? Gregor begins to look at peace. And watch the last of Gregor's air escape his lungs. What the hell do you think you're doing? You tell Karin that Gregor gave up. We could have kept him alive for another week. What's wrong with you? Won't matter. Plenty of food left now. Karin leaves you alone. You head to the kitchen to try to find the other remains. Gregor. You look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts to wander.
Hello!
Hello, let's play hide and seek. There's 5 of us to find. Can you find all of us? Red hair, woman should know where the basement key is. And I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's wiggling something in the rocking chair right now. So watch out for the knife. Probably best to avoid the knife. Wait. Isn't that your knife? Why did you let her have it? You shrug. As leader of the Chompettes, it's important you find all of us. So please don't forget any of us.
Yeah!
Good luck! Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. There it goes. I accidentally bumped the right stick and made everything weird. Why would Cabbage want to play hide and seek right now? You've been neglecting the Chompettes lately. Can't hurt to play along with them, right? Go talk to Karen in the living room. Looks like Karen's just slicing away at a block of wood. Grigor's remains have been stored for safekeeping. Scrubbed all the blood out of the couch to save you the trouble. Yes. Have you seen the basement key anywhere? Was it in the kitchen? You can't remember. I haven't seen the key. Maybe one of the Chompettes can help you find it in the kitchen? Decided to go look for it. Thankfully, there's not too many places for Cabbage to hide. Where do you want to check first? The cauldron. You hear some rustling around. Found her! She always picks the same hiding spot.
Whee! Cabbage!
Ah, you found me! Well done! As leader of the Chompettes, getting through those mouse holes is a chore. Can't find any Chompettes to push me through. You'll help me out, right? Cabbage has joined the party? 4 Chompettes to go. What's next, Cabbage? Glad you asked! Keep it up! You'll be a member of the Chompettes in no time! Ask Cabbage about the basement key. Did you forget? Again? It's right in that nasty oven! There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in there. You found the basement key?
Yeah!
There it is! Now it's to the room where we found Potato. Check behind the cauldron for the other one. You got the basement entrance key. Let's go find Onion! He's hiding in the bedroom! She's making hide and seek far too easy. Chompettes! Find Onion! Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Can't hurt to find Onion, right? Explore the bedroom. Found him! Don't be a crybaby, it's just me! Onion! Today, I'm feeling sweet as sugar cane! Honestly, wow, did you eat something gross? Your breath stinks! Drenched head to toe in sweat too. Could smell you coming a mile away. Gross! Did the red-haired woman scare you something? You tell Onion everything that happened. Whoa! Sounds like I missed some messed up stuff. You get a pass. I'm sorry to hear about Mariah and Natalie and Gregor. But yikes! 3 people dead in less than a month? Not as bad as 5 people in one night though, right? I would probably lose my lunch if I had to see them again! Anyways, don't worry, I got your back. Onion has joined the party.
Hello!
Glad to have you join us, Onion. No problem, Cabbage. I think I heard Bread making noise in the living room. You know how loud he can get.
Cabbage!
Bread? The one and only Chompettes! Let's move out! Your party is quickly expanding. 3 Chompettes left. You're getting a terrible headache. Your face is feeling numb. Your legs aren't moving. Oh well. You do some time breathing exercises for a few minutes. That seemed to help. Time to get that bread. You probably strut up to the living room happy to be alive. Where is he? You hear Bread come out of the mouse hole. He's taking his sweet time. On me. Everyone's secretly favorite trumpet. Bread. Don't you loaf me? My cousin Cornbread taught me that one. He has hundreds, no thousands of terrible puns. He's my role model. So, what do you need? You tell Bread about gathering the trumpets together. That's a pretty crummy idea. Remember what happened last time? With Potato? I mean, you're going against the whole grain here. Do you really think we want to go back downstairs? Huh. Cabbage, we need your help finding Potato.
Onion!
Miss your big eye, come help. I would never let the trumpets down. No need to pass my culinary quiz. I'm coming with you. Bread has joined the party. That's great, Bread. Glad to have you on board, Bread. Of course. Wait. Are you drooling? All three trumpets are staring at you. You thinking of eating us? You accidentally lick your lips.
Cabbage!
Snap out of it! You already ate. We're no good for that. You glutton. Did they pass out? Holy cow, get them up! So heavy. You stumble to your feet. Let's go find Raspberry and never speak of this again. I think I heard her over by the basement door. Perfect! Chomp it! Mosey out! You have 3 chompets in your party. 2 more to go. Your head feels like it's gonna crack open. Your hands have gone completely numb. This one is lasting longer than the others. You focus on wiggling your toes for a minute. You didn't pass out cold on the floor. 2 more to go. You go check out the basement door. Where is she? You feel a chill run up your spine. Goosebumps are all over your body. She's here. Everything turns silent. You can almost hear her breathing. Raspberry? You can't sneak up on me. Don't ever try that again.
Hi.
Surprise! Found you, Raspberry.
Raspberry!
Oh wow, it's very nice to see you, Cabbage. We won't leave you behind, Raspberry.
But boy!
Honest. We need your help finding Potato.
My God!
Our combined trumpet detective skills say he's in the basement. Oh yeah? Let's find Potato and get out of here. Raspberry has joined the party. 1 more to go. Don't worry, basement is already unlocked. Oh crap, the red-haired woman is coming over here. Chomp it. Let's hide out. All 4 trumpets quickly escape. You pretend to be studying the basement door. You hear Karen creeping up behind you. Found you. You see a knife out of the corner of Karen's dress. I don't know if I can wait any longer. Show me where you keep hiding the meat. Let's tear them apart piece by piece, just like Gregor. Karen looks like she's ready to bury the knife into you. What do you do? Tell her about the basement. So that's why it's locked. Open it. I have to see the room. You open the basement door. Thank you. I'll bring some cutlets and we'll have a great dinner. Okay. See you soon. Karen descends the staircase into darkness. You locked the basement door. Did Did you just lock the door? You block out her screams of rage. Given enough time, they'll end. You crawl into bed and go to sleep. What have I done? You slept in today. The pounding has completely stopped. You really need to go to the bathroom. You decide to open your eyes. You must have sleptwalked to the bathroom last night. The glow of the candle is oddly comforting. The candle blew out, and the door is locked. You find the flashlight in the corner of the bathroom and turn it on. Tutorial, you're in the dark, but you're not alone. Interact with objects around the bathroom to get more information or find hidden clues. If you're stuck, just wait a little bit to see the glint of objects to inspect around the bathroom. Search the room to your heart's content. This bathtub is filthy. It will need more than a little elbow grease to get these stains out. You notice a note underneath the bathtub. May 4th, 1794. This notice shall serve as a summons to the Zakopane Courthouse. You're being accused of the following crimes: public disturbance, foul language and demeanor, refusal to testify at previous court cases, refusal to agree to a search warrant of property. Your hearing is scheduled for October 20th. Failure to attend will result in your immediate arrest and penalties up to hanging. Sincerely, Judge Kostansky Liuz. You take the court summons letter with you.
Cabbage! Hello!
Hello! Are you locked in the bathroom again? You tell her about the candle being blown out. Maybe you just need to try wiggling it a little bit. You unlock the bathroom door. Sometimes the simplest method is the best one. Excuse me, you conduct a secret Chompat meeting. Leader! You quickly make your escape. Well, getting locked in the bathroom is enough excitement for one day. Get under the covers and quickly fall asleep. Wake up, sleepyhead. Karen? Just your imagination. Again, Karen can't still be alive, right? Somebody's at the door. You grip the doorknob tightly, getting ready for what's next. That can't be the real Gregor. You determine the haunt has officially begun. Events like this are rare. Creating vengeful spirits is difficult. In this state, they'll try giving you a heart attack, push you down the flight of stairs, or cause you to wander into an early demise. The rain has stopped. You decide to go look out the window. The floodwaters are completely gone. Karen will be excited to see this. Shame that she's rotting in the basement. No good reason to leave the cabin. Plenty of food here now. You've been so busy you've forgotten to eat. You head to the kitchen for a snack. Karen's hiding spot was too obvious. You grab some meat from behind the woodpile. Take a few bites of it. You lost more of your humanity. Not fresh enough. Oh well. Decide to crawl back into bed and get a little extra sleep. You have a strange dream. Clouds have parted. The rain has gone away. You wake in a cold sweat. Is this another trick, or...? Good morning? She's still sticking around. You head to the kitchen to get breakfast. The meat is gone. The noise is coming from the living room. Anatoly? Nobody's here. Some deep scratches are dug into the wood by the couch. Something is approaching. What's making that noise? Sound like it was coming from the basement door. You go over to investigate. A cold wind is blowing through the hole in the door. You get goosebumps all over your arms. Is this You wake in a cold sweat. It's raining again. They're taunting you with dreams of a sunny day. You get out of bed and head to the living room. The couch still smells like Gregor's sweat. Should you have stopped her? You already did. The couch is still comfortable, even after Gregor imprinted on it. You decide to take a nap, which quickly turns into a sleep. You must have woken up too early today. The cabin living room is pitch black. You pick up a flashlight nearby to explore the darkness. Anatoly? There and there. I did that. The first note you ever received. Thinking about the messenger puts a smile on your face. You notice a note sticking out from one of the books? I know you've been ignoring my other letters, so I'm begging you, please bring back my daughter safely, or I'll need to get the others involved. Left the payments outside the door, and I will pay any price. Please let her go. Don't have to involve anyone else. You take the mother's note with you. You lay back down on the couch, drifting back to sleep. You sleptwalked again. You can hear Potato mumbling in the drawer. Oh, it's you again. Tell me. Your first week with the others. Where did you sleep? You think for a minute but come up with nothing. It's worse than I imagined. Do you remember any concussions? Still nothing? You would routinely collapse around the cabin. Sleptwalked into walls, too, even fell down the basement stairs. Can't believe you haven't broken your neck yet. You seem to survive almost anything, right? Must be that addiction to meat. Or something else. Would you share that secret with me? Okay, you tell Potato the secret. Wow, didn't think you'd be dumb enough to tell me. Thank you. You instantly regret telling Potato. Do you think Karin is still alive downstairs? She'll be much stronger than the last time you saw her. She'll be eating them, probably finding something useful down there too. When's the last time you've eaten? It's time to take it back from her. Go downstairs. Put an end to this. Not for them. For me. You head for the basement door. It's been enough days, right? You open the door and prepare for the worst. It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. You begin your descent. Something's approaching. Can you hear me? I've been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? Anatoly's down here. Come have some bread with us. They always try things like this. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here, loaves of it. Fine. Down here. Beware of Karen. She is ill beyond repair. And she will rip the flesh from your bones. Goodbye, Mariah. We'll speak again. You feel Mariah leaving the staircase. You continue your descent. The walls, they're a mix of dirt and soot. Something is approaching. I'm glad I found you. The rain outside has stopped. Did you hear that knocking behind you? Another trap. Everyone else is upstairs. Mariah was worried sick about you. You tell Gregor about speaking with Mariah. Guess I can't lie to you, huh? If you won't come upstairs with me, please turn on the light when you reach the room. I want to see the look on your face when that light bulb turns on. You nod. Huh. Thank you. Thanks for letting me lick the bowls clean. We'll meet again soon. Beware of Karen. You feel Gregor leaving the staircase. You descend deeper into the abyss. The air pressure down here feels heavier. You touch your ears. Blood is leaking out. Something is approaching. Oh, thought you'd still be fending off that glutton Gregor right now. You tell Natalie about meeting with Gregor and Mariah. Oh, you don't want to pick onions outside? You shake your head. Guess there's no fooling you, huh? You ask Natalie where Karen is. Below us. Waiting to devour you. Down here, the whispers have told me about you. How long did you leave them in there? Beware of Karen. She'll wipe that smug smile off your face. See you again soon. Feel Natalie leaving the staircase. You grit your teeth and keep going. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right.
Look behind you.
Feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch.
Hello!
Hello! You've come so far. Proud of you.
Cabbage! Cabbage!
As leader of the Trumpets, I want to let you know we have your back.
Cabbage!
No matter what happens down here, just call out, we'll be there.
Boy!
Honest!
Boy!
Won't let you die down here. When you least expect it, we'll roll with you. You can't sneak up on me.
Raspberry!
The sneaking up on you? Extremely easy. Too much wax in your ears.
Cabbage!
Raspberry!
Onion!
Don't get on Raspberry's bad side. Your ears have so much dirt in them, they could probably grow potatoes. We'll have to work on those jokes, Potato. Sure. Weren't you hiding in the basement room? I wouldn't miss a killing for the world.
Cabbage, cabbage.
Just remember, down here, you can call on us. We'll help you out in a bind. And if you get lost down here, please don't go into the room. It's the only place we won't go. That's correct, Potato. Thank you for coming along with us.
Boy, boy.
It's not a change of heart because you never had one. I don't think he should come with us. The only joke here is you, Potato. That's enough. Chomp it!
That's a hi-ha!
Let's help out! Trumpets get in position behind you, ready for what's next. You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. Took you long enough. Let's end this. A tear rolls down Karn's cheek. Should have never left Ukraine. Okay. Dodge. Karin slashes at you with her knife. You dodge Karin's knife, feeling the air hit you. Stop moving! She's looking at you dead in the eyes. Karin is studying you. Should have killed me earlier. No chance of that now. Trumpets?
Cabbage.
You calling me first because I'm the leader, right? The trumpets are ready to help you out down here. Watch out for the knife. Please survive. Wanna play hide and seek again? Trumpet? Help out! Trumpet? The cabbage is filled you with hope. You gain 5 HP. Oh, they heal. Karin looks confused. She caught you talking to them. Try to reason with Karin. Don't speak to me! She looks like she's plotting her next attack. Dodge. Karin pauses to look at you. Tear rolls down Karin's cheek. Should have never left Ukraine! Okay. Karin slashes at you with her knife. You dodge Karin's knife, feeling the air hit you. Stop moving! She's looking you dead in the eyes. Karin cackles. I'll throw you in the floods! Attack. You try throwing a punch. Karin easily dodges it. Try to reason with Karin. Don't speak to me! She looks like she's planning her next attack. Attack? You attack Karin with a lunge. You barely land the soft punch. Karin's looking winded. A dodge? Karin attacks. She misses. Filling up with your brains after this. Karin is about to take your life. Dodge. You stumble into one of the walls awkwardly. Killing you will be easy! Attack. You crack Karin's jaw with a hard punch. I don't need a chew! Karin stabs at your neck. She missed. It's over! Karin quickly stumbles down the hallway, turning left at the end. You're hobbling after her, but the basement is getting darker and darker. You can hear the small echoes of Karin's footsteps in the distance. You're getting lightheaded again. A cool liquid is coming out of your ears. You almost trip a few times as you move downwards. Your shoes begin sticking to the ground. This area has a door in each direction. You head east, opening the door. You feel Karin's presence close by. Welcome. We've been waiting. Turn on the light. Where's Karin? She's ravenous, completely ravenous. Lost in the abyss. She will never escape. Fleeing west did nothing. We traded one tragedy for another. Karen will stop your ambitions. Wretch. Abomination. Horror. Turn on the light and savor your inhumanity. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Reap what you have sown. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, Karen, I won't forget you. You're talking upstairs. Thieves? You grab your flaying knife and silently go up the stairs. You'll eat well tonight. The four look completely shocked at the sight of you. She doesn't look like she has the courage to speak. We've been lost for a few days. Your cabin is the only hut we've seen out here. Can we stay for a few nights? You clear your throat and ask a question you've asked thousands of times. Did you come on your own free will, or were you sent? We were technically sent. Anatoly! We came on our own free will. Woman looks confident in her answer. They answered incorrectly. You clear your throat again, coughing profusely. You may stay in my cabin until you're ready to leave. Group looks terrified of you. As they should be. Wasn't that trail steep? Yeah. Group finally returns to normal. It's forced, but they attempt to save face. That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. Years earlier. Rena, check it out. A cabin all the way out here? What about that psychopath? We lost him a few kilometers ago. Don't worry. Doesn't look like anyone's home. Hello? Come on, Rena. Sun is setting. Let's take shelter here just for the night. You sure that's a good idea, Selena? Of course! Front door has a few different ways to lock it. Should keep him at bay if he shows up. Hope there's some snacks in here. Bolek. I guess we don't have a good choice. We'll head back to Zakopane in the morning. Don't worry about it. It's just for one night. You decided to jump with your friends inside. Did you lock the door? All set. Could you see him out the window? No, he probably went back to town. Is anyone here? No, yelled and stomped around. Nothing. Scout is abandoned. Let's stay here tonight. What? Relax. It's gonna be freezing outside tonight, so it's either him or us. Let's avoid making a fire. Don't want him to see us in the distance. No fire? There's blankets in the bedroom. We'll be fine, Oleg. This cabin chills me to the bone, so we'll need them. Whenever Bullock gets nervous, he tells a joke to break the tension. Got one of Raziel's classics for you. What do you call Snowman's kids? Children! Let's split and search the cabin. See if you can find any food for us to eat tonight. I'll take the bedroom. Leave the living room to me. Rena, I'll search the kitchen. No need to help me. You sure? Of course. I know exactly where to look first. I got the Zakopane Junior Baker Award, remember? Selena! Alright, everyone. Let's move out! Help the team by searching the cabin for supplies. Your bond with Selena, Oleg, and Bullock is unbreakable. Focus on exploring the cabin. You only get one choice, so choose wisely. Who do you want to help out first? we'll do the kitchen. Let me help, Selena. Only if you insist. What area do you want to search first? Countertops. Oh wow, this mortar and pestle has got a lot of use. What's that? Mortar and pestle? It's a cooking tool. Used to grind herbs, plants, and seeds. You haven't seen one of these? No? Let's go over to Oleg's house sometime. His grandma has one. Sounds good. Countertops. Inspect the hanging herbs above the sink. What are these herbs? Are they edible? Don't touch those! Oh, why not? They're ancient. They'll probably turn into dust if you touch them. Bullock would probably still eat the dust, though. Rena! I keep doing that. Countertops. You check the covers next to the dried herbs? No. Notice a meat cleaver sticking out of a butcher block. You equipped the meat cleaver. Empty! Did someone rob this cabin? Countertops. Whoa! What's with the meat cleaver, Rena? You like it? I stole it from the butcher block. You're freaking me out! Put that back! Put the meat cleaver back. Fine. Thanks, Rena. I didn't want to scare Oleg later. Rena! These dishes are disgusting! Right? It looks like insects ate whatever food was left over. Thick dust on them, too. These must have been left out for quite some time. Whomever owned this cabin must have been extremely lazy. Yep. Oh my gosh, oh my god. I think we've checked everything on the countertops, Rena. Time to search something else. Fine. You search the inside of the cauldron first. Find anything? Just some disgusting slop at the bottom. This cauldron is almost as big and heavy as your coat. Selena! You're covered for fall and winter now. Saves my family a trip to the Zakopane market, right? Look inside the oven. Bone fragments? Selena, found some bones. Chicken bones? Selena looks at the discovered bones. Too big to be chicken. Not sure. Looks like it came from the same animal, but the sizes are different. Young and old skeletons? Correct. Put these back though, it's grossing me out. Place the bone fragments back into the oven. You notice a deep char near the back of the oven. Like something was smashed against the wall and left to burn against it. Was something alive crammed into this oven? This oven reminds you of the ones used in Zakopane, but the brick layering is much more advanced. Maybe it's time to check on Bullock and Oleg? One more look can't hurt. You look around the base of the cauldron. Hi, I saw the fence outside. Kids are needed. Please teach me the secret. I'll bring him here on Sunday. You won't have to do anything. Please teach me the secret. You take the creepy note with you. Check this out, Selena. Did the kid write this? I'm not sure. Either it was a kid or an adult who didn't do well in school. What fence are they talking about? I didn't see any fence outside. The bigger question is, what the hell the secret is? Or who was brought here? Right? Countertops. I think we checked everything on countertops. Fine. Now you sounded pretty disturbing. Maybe it's time to check on Bullock and Oleg. I think we've checked everywhere, Selena. You're right. Brats! Did you check under the sink? You look underneath the sink. Nothing. Feels strangely cold underneath. Nothing! Alright, let's see what Bullock and Oleg have found. Rena? Let's mosey out! 2 months Pachski, Rena? You napping? No, just staring at the clouds. Oh yeah? The drowning of Marzana is in a few minutes. Let's burn that witch and throw her in the river. I heard you're the one tasked with the burning. You know how to shoot an arrow that's on fire, Selena? Duh! You can bring the green branch to the village this year, Rena. I got that witch. Alright, time to get up and get your head out of the clouds. Selena takes you down to the river. Downstream is the witch Marzana, made of straw and sticks. Her wooden raft wouldn't catch fire easily. Time to have to aim for the body. Selena fires 3 flaming arrows at Marzana's raft, but nothing connects. When you finally catch up to it, the effigy has fallen down into the water. How do we fish this out, Rena? The way is surprisingly light. I thought it was bad to touch the effigy after trying to drown it. That's just an old superstition, Rena. You need to burn, then drown to complete the ritual. Gross! Marzana, Marzana, swim across the seas. Let all the flowers bloom and make the flowers fields turn green. Well, what the hell are you two doing? Helping Marzana back on her feet, Oleg. She's light. Come help us get back to the others. I'm not touching that. Oleg. Thankfully, none of the adults caught you messing around with the effigy. But while Oleg was yelling at you, it felt like you were being watched. Across the river, you see a strange man pretending to skip stones. His greasy hair shines in the sunlight. Some of the oils are smeared on his vest. He opens his mouth in an awkward smile, his teeth jagged and uneven. Walking away clumsily, he heads in the opposite direction of the festival, right into the forest. You head over to meet up with Bullock and Oleg. Okay, team. Find anything? Just some old toys in a drawer. Really old toys. Bullock, I found this toy boat under the couch. Let me see that. Grandma made this boat for him. Rosale was here. Rosale, the one and only. Can he still be alive here? Sing again. Bring Grandma back from the brink. We have to find him. Agreed. Crew, we need to search this cabin from top to bottom. Let's find Rosale and bring him back to Zakopane. You got it, Selena. Bullock, Oleg, come with me. Let's look around outside. Rena, look around the cabin. We'll try to find any clues to where Rosale is. That psychopath could still be outside in the woods. If you hear any of us yell or scream, find us. Okay? Of course, Selena. Thanks. We'll be listening for you as well. I'll be fine. Crew, let's move out! Selena, Bullock, and Oleg leave you to search the cabin. Who's there? Nothing replies back. It sounded like it was coming from the kitchen. You walk over to investigate. Hello? Elijah's Suya de Cabana? Now? Forse esta realmente empirico se luego de ese lugar amasto di soto de Vucavote. I'm sorry to the butchered language. Ele me pegou e me separou de dos me pai. Pai. Por todo o oceano. E me trouxe para aqui. Ele vai devorar todos vocês. Vujam, saiam. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. El now falou prononos muito bem. Eu devia parar de ficar tangarolando. Aqui, pegou isso. A drawing is pushed out of the cabinet. Ele fez alguns desenhos antes de morrer. I feel so bad I'm butchering this. De isso para os parentes dele que Vimaram. Looks like someone used a piece of coal to draw this. Are these bars of a cage? Staring at a door. You take the cage drawing with you. Ocho que isso é odious. Provavelmente nunca me vamos cruzar nuestros caminos. Selena? Oleg? Oleg? No reply. Rena! We saw something weird down the hill. Looks like an old fence with bones all over the ground. It could have been animal skulls, but couldn't tell from that distance. Heard some weird whispering before we got back to the front door. Find anything? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Strange whispers coming out from under the kitchen sink. Whispers? Was it the ghost, Rena? I'm not sure. I couldn't understand any of the words. Ghost, Oleg attempts to lighten the mood a little bit. Got another of Rosal's jokes for you. What do ghosts like poring over their food? Oleg? Give up. Brave E. It was probably just the creaking of the cabin, Rena. No such thing as ghosts. It seemed pretty real, Selena. Well, if you see it again, let me know. That fence outside was absolutely terrifying. We can't let our guard down here. Yeah. Can we not split up anymore? I'm scared of getting separated now. Of course, Oleg. We're a team, and teams stick together through thick and thin. Rain or shine. Feast and famine. You're right, Selena. I just don't want to lose any of you, like Rosale. That won't happen when we're together, Oleg. Oleg, you're a night out. Can you stay guard while we sleep? Of course. Thanks, Oleg. Oleg and I will take the bedroom. You okay with the living room? Yeah. Thank you. Bullock, wake us up if you see or hear anything. You got it. Oleg and Selena head to the bedroom, opening the door fully behind them. Lay down on the couch and quickly fall asleep. You close your eyes but cannot stop thinking about the butcher of Zakopane. His third victim probably had it the worst. Stabbed in the stomach like the other two, but this one was different. The body was missing both ears, so investigators concluded it was a copycat to a series of grisly murders from years ago. What kind of person would take someone's ears? The victim's family and neighbors searched the murder scene top to bottom in the alleyway outside. All I could find was a broken window that the butcher used to gain entry. It was a mystery that nobody in Zakopane could solve. Selena, Oleg, Bullock, and you teamed up to find the killer. Selena was naturally a leader, plotting out vantage points on dusty maps her grandfather had. Bullock brought snacks and what he called emergency rations, which was usually crusty bread from his pocket. Oleg was able to get investigation tips from his grandmother, a former detective, but only after telling her it was to find Rosale. Your investigations lasted more than a year, often getting to crime scenes quicker than town investigators. You have a strange dream. You found the body early, so early the blood is still leaving the body. The greasy-haired man makes eye contact with you, wiping the knife on his vest. You look for a way to escape, but you're trapped in the alleyway. He slowly walks towards you, forcing a laugh that comes out in unnatural staggered segments. As he gets closer, you notice his pupils are absolutely enormous. As he brings the knife up, his face peels apart by the lips screeching in pained agony. You wake in a cold sweat. Wake up, everyone! Bullock, it's like 3 a.m. I heard something outside. Was it one of those crows? They never shut up. It's him! Huh? Selena! It's him! What's the plan? Selena makes the group's secret hand signal. Only whispering is allowed now. Bullock, Oleg, eyes on the doors and windows. If he makes it inside, run out the front door or downstairs. Downstairs? What if there's less room down there? We need to manipulate the lights down there. Find the light bulb pulley, and when he gets close, turn off the lights. He's got that knife, so run for the front door when there's an opening. What if there isn't a working light down there? Our eyes can see better in the dark than him. We can run circles around him while he's blind down there. He doesn't stand a chance. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, Oleg! Oleg, can you outrun them? Of course. Rena, do you see anything out the window? The rain hasn't started yet, but you can see storm clouds in the distance. Maybe it'll get too muddy for him. Unless he's coming through one of the windows. The window glass is thick. If he tried to break it, everybody would hear it. Whomever built this cabin definitely was here for the long haul. See anything, Rena? Nothing. While keeping watch, I found this in the bedroom. Here. What the hell is this? Did Raziel make this? It had to have been him. When we found the body stuffed into the barrel, that creep saw us and ran. Who would do something like that? A monster. And that's right, Rena. That was the last time we saw him. What's that noise? What's that noise? Get to the staircase, now! As you run to the staircase, you see him standing by the front door. He wipes his eyes with his sleeve, completely drenched from head to foot. He attempts a smile, but looks completely out of character. You slow down your breathing, making it to the staircase safely. Selena takes out the basement key, locking the door behind you. There, that should slow him down. Rena, can you lead? Of course, Selena. Wow, he's determined. Alright, we'll be right behind you. You begin your descent. Let's play Ghost in the Graveyard tonight. It's too dark out. What if one of the adults catches us? We're faster than them. Rena, you game to be the ghost first? Why me? Because your eyes can see in the dark the best? The perfect ghost. Selena! Sure, I'll go hide first. Hey, Oleg? Yeah? You were slower than Bolek with a stomach full of herring last time. Pick up the pace this time. Trust me, won't happen again. Nobody trusts you, Oleg. Everybody laughs. You hide behind some equipment at the sawmill. It takes the group 2 hours to find you. By the time Selena yells Ghost in the Graveyard, you've already tagged Bullock and Oleg. Ah! Yeah! You're too fast, Rena. Nobody sneaks up on me. Nobody! Rena, what's going on? Nothing. Just remembering something. Bullock and Oleg went ahead. There's no time for this. We need to go. Snap out of it and begin your descent. He must be searching for the key. What an idiot. Must be furious to be causing that much damage. Oleg, you find the light switch down there? Yes. Get in position. We'll be right down. That locked door is keeping him busy. That door is pretty old, though. Do you see the holes in it? He's coming down! Run! Your eyes strain to see further down the staircase. You can't hear him. Okay. My phone flashing with something. Rena, we have someone special to introduce you to. Raziel, come on out. Don't be shy, Raziel. Rena won't bite. Nice to meet you. I'm Rena. It's okay. Your cousin is great, Bullock. Just wait, everyone. Give him a little time. He has the world's best puns. He's memorized every single one. Grandma told him. Grandma brought me this book. Brazil, this is 500 pages long. Yeah. Everyone laughs with Brazil, enjoying a nice meal together with Bullock's family. Brazil tells you countless pun jokes. Bullock howls with laughter and the adults shake their heads in agony. His joy is infectious, making Zakopane a better city for everyone. Except for one. Rena, you're slowing down again. Selena, Brazil, what about him? I keep remembering him. I see. Crew, let's keep going. You continue downward. What the hell is this? What? The light isn't working. No time to find a weapon in here. Let's keep going down. I can see a light further down the staircase. Your shoes stick to the floor at the bottom. You can barely make out the light on the door on the right. East? There's 3 other doors, north, south, and west. Selena tries the door to the north first. Locked! This room is tiny. How are we gonna get around them? Don't be scared. Let's try the doors and see if we can lock it from the inside. Which way, Rena? East. You, Selena, Oleg, and Bullock throw open the door, turning around to see him. Leave us alone! You left the knives upstairs! It's 4 against 1. Leave with your life! Say hi to Brazil for me. What? Why? You shut the drawer.
Wee! Cabbage!
Cabbage! They're being held back by their human emotions. They'll need a few months before, more at the very least. I'm in no rush. Let us leave! Now! You shut the drawer. I'd like to explore the cabin. See where those whispers are coming from. Can I leave the drawer? You nod. Thank you. Wanna come with Raspberry? I'm going nowhere with you! Poor Raspberry.
Yeah!
Welcome!
Onion.
We've done a few annual trumpet comedy competitions since last time. Don't want to be the judge this year? Ignore them. I found some fascinating stuff by using the mouse holes. I need you to explain what the hell this is. Were you fattening him up? Or were you scaring the hell out of him while you hesitated? You take the basement drawing with you. I will never forgive you for this! You shut the drawer.
Wee! Cabbage!
It's time! Trumpets, sound up!
Onion!
Never fear, Onion is here! Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion.
Raspberry!
Always merry, Raspberry! Potato? Potato? You have nothing to give me now. Leave me alone. This is the only way to escape, Potato! We need to leave at the same time. I'm not leaving the cabin. Potato, please! Potato, we want to see Rat. No. Cabbage tries whispering, but you can clearly hear every word. They can release us! Just play along and maybe they'll pity us! Yeah, I'm not working with them. But... Right now, I pity them. Just an old, disgusting, foul-smelling... That's enough! Potato's words caused a regression to stir inside of you. Keeping these intruders around might be entertaining for now. You slide the drawer closed, giving them time to stew on their thoughts. You have a strange nightmare. Wake up! I said, wake up! The others are causing you to be weak. Become weak. We need to get you back to normal. Less talking, less hesitation. Especially if someone's trying to become stronger than you. That used to make you upset, right? I'm keeping an eye on you. You asked for how long? At this rate? Never. You cough profusely, covering Potato in a fine mist. You're beyond disgusting. So then, are you ready to fight back against the nightmares? Punish the spirits that made your life a living hell? Yes. Perfect. Let us give them no quarter. Close your eyes again and let's begin to traverse the abyss. You relax your muscles, getting ready for what's next. Welcome to Nightmare Mode. If you survive, you will gain some additional insight to the world of cooking companions, as well as unlocking New Game Plus in the Chompettes Only event. This mode is mostly just a joke, so don't take it seriously. From the main menu, if you select New Game, you can immediately jump to this mode and other ones. If you make it to the end, you will unlock the Chompettes Cabin Courses, a Chompettes Only event free of humans. For the true companions experience, this mode should be played in the pitch black room with headphones. Alright, so it's currently the middle of the day, sun is shining, but there's headphones. This mode isn't for the faint of hearts. The scares have been amplified here. Consider this your final warning. You will probably get startled. If you still need to max out your relationships, don't worry. You'll get the opportunity to do so in New Game Plus. You should really make a manual save right now. Don't hesitate. Okay, I'll make another one. Thank you for getting this far. Your bravery is commendable and will be rewarded. Thanks for playing and leave a review, Dear Dream Studios. Oh, almost forgot. Nightmare mode activated. You wake up in the bathroom again. You find this strange note. I can feel the cold air crawling under the door. You got the strange presence note. Oh god! This is my room. Do you see how dark it is? It's cold, but I can look at you. Look at me. Are you scared? I am scared. You wake in a cold sweat. Your surroundings feel completely different. Mariah's presence is enraged. She's beckoning you to follow her. You get up and leave the bedroom. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. What a fitting end to such a horrible nightmare. You head to the kitchen for some breakfast. This will take ages to clean.
Good job,
You take a few bites of meat. You lost more of your humanity. You stare into the ash pile in the oven. Are they still upset? You head back to the bedroom to take a nap. Which one of them is causing this? Mariah? Anatoly? Gregor? You crawl into bed and fall asleep. You have a strange dream. No, that didn't work. Option. Extra. New game. Exit? Escape? Wake up, sleepyhead. Karen? Karen isn't here. It sounds like she's whittling something again. Did she escape the basement? Karen? No reply. You head over to investigate. Another trick by one of them. Who's still missing? Karen? Someone is tapping on the window. I can't get the taste out of my mouth! Are you done, Anatoly? They're getting more bold in their actions. You head to bed to sleep on it. The four return to the first floor of the basement cabin. Wake up, sleepyhead! Karen? Come with me to the living room. Don't argue. You crawl out of bed to face them. Welcome. We've been waiting. Do not leave the room. Would you like to start the ritual? What ritual? A ritual that manifests alternative possibilities. Mend mistakes. Uproot regrets. Let the others depart earlier than me. Let me survive. This means join hands with us and form this pact. This ritual is unlike anything you've ever heard of. Agreeing to the pact could result in horrors worse than death. There might be no going back from this decision. Think carefully before deciding. This might be a good time to save the game. I saw that save. Yes. Have you made a decision? You nod. Save Mariah. Wonderful. Take my hand. Take Karen's hand. You'll hold on to both of their hands, ice cold to the touch. You've chosen correctly. We're proud of you. See you soon. Your breathing begins to slow. The frost collects on the windows. Your left eye rolls backwards, causing you to drool a little bit on the floor. Something has gone horribly wrong. Anatoly picks the shortest stick first, leaving the cabin. Then Gregor goes, then Karen. Once the three are gone, you're alone with Mariah. Thank you for getting me through all of this. Mariah smiles fondly at you. Eating the meat breaks most people, but not her. The rain finally stops. It's great to see the sun again. I'm so happy the storm is over. I couldn't have done this without you. Mariah's eyes widen, gazing into yours. I want to stay here and take care of you. All my life I've been looking for my true calling, and it was you all along. Let me try answering the question again. I am here 75% of my own free will, 65% by compulsion. She answered correctly. How did she know? I bet your arthritis is extremely bothersome. Do you want me to show you a special technique my grandmother taught me to help with the pain? You nod. Great! Take a seat and let's get started. You sit down in your rocking chair, watching intently as Mariah comes back with a towel and a bucket of water. I hope this is the start of a beautiful relationship. Close your eyes and relax. You close your eyes, smiling as Mariah gets closer to you. Mariah throws you to the ground, sinking a knife into your chest. It's finally over! No more victims. No more grieving parents. Your reign of terror is over. You're slowly bleeding out, but it's taking longer than expected. I'm going to tell everyone in Zakopane about what happened here. Once all the remains are recovered, I'm burning this hut to the ground. You try to get out of a few words, but one lung has completely collapsed. Don't talk. Your hearing begins to fade in and out as you're losing consciousness. Unlike, I'm taking no chances. Going to watch you die in front of me. Then, your body finally gives out, a stain removed off the earth. A storm cloud lifts off every town. After the events in the Tatras Mountains, Mariah embraces her destiny. After burying Anatoly, Gregor, and Karen, she worked with the Polish government to eventually return home to Ukraine. In April of 1945, Mariah is selected to attend a conference in San Francisco. She was picked over Dmitry Manuelsky to represent Ukraine at the first meeting of the United Nations. Elected to the first committee, she helped create the preamble and Chapter 1 with the UN. Years later, she would go on to form a committee to investigate atypical beings. Using the cabin as a blueprint, countries around the world began to document the numerous abnormalities impacting everything from food prices to international conflicts. The committee's investigations revealed that many historical events were swayed either directly or indirectly by these atypical beings. Mariah saved numerous books and notes found in the cabin, giving helpful insight for prosecutory efforts around the world. When she reached 85 years old, Mariah became bedridden due to illness. Surrounded by loved ones, she told everyone about the events from the cabin. I miss them. Anatoly, Gregor, Karen. But I can leave this earth happy, knowing I shared their memories with all of you. I'm sure Gregor would be laughing right now. On March 15th, Mariah finally passed away due to complications. Her legacy will never be forgotten. Cities become safe again. Children can play outside freely. The world is now a better place from her actions. Well, I'm gonna go with that's why they said to save it. Reject their offer. You wasted this opportunity! What in hell? You passed some sort of test. Was it the right decision, though? You crawl back into bed, still shaken from the experience. Sheets are drenched in sweat. You catch something moving out of the corner of your eye. You roll out of bed to see what it is. It feels like 3 a.m. Nothing is moving around the bedroom anymore. Just your imagination again. You head to the basement door. Is Karen still alive? A cold wind blows through the crack in the door. You wake in a cold sweat. You wake up on the cold bathroom floor. The door is locked. Did one of them hide the key in here? Where do you want to check first? In the garbage can under the sink. You check the garbage can underneath the sink. It's empty, like your soul. Looking back at the garbage can. Just a gigantic spider back here. Disgusting. There's nothing to note under the sink. The key should have been under here. This continues to be a pretty big disappointment. Okay, under the mouse hole. This mouse hole seems perfectly rounded, like someone used sandpaper on the edges. Did the chompettes do this? Or inside the mouse hole. Hole itself is pitch black. Using a flashlight may aggravate whatever horrors lie inside. Stick your arm in the mouse hole? Yes. You slowly put your entire arm inside the mouse hole and feel around. You feel the chilly presence of something behind you. The key is pushed into your hand. You pull your arm out, lifting up the toilet seat to take a celebratory bathroom break. Your hands are shaking uncontrollably from the whisper. The key has fallen into the toilet. Reach in the filthy toilet to get the key. This is the only way to get out of the bathroom. You plunge your hand into the toilet, grasping blindly for the key. It must have gone down the pipe. Oh, wow! Raspberry! You really put your hand into a filthy backed up toilet, huh? This seems to be a new low for you, huh? Are you finally gonna wash your hands now? The sink isn't working. Oh, wow! Will the bacteria be the thing that does you in? Such a pathetic end for you. That key wasn't even for the bathroom door. That was the key to the Chompette's treasure box! You really stepped in it this time. I wanted to let you starve to death in here, but Cabbage said I had to rescue you. Here you go. Raspberry unlocked the bathroom door. This is the last favor you'll get from me. Goodbye, wretch. Let out a deep breath and exit the bathroom. It's time to end this. You open the door and get ready for what's next. It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. Begin your descent. The spirits aren't active right now. You continue downward. Walls down here are a mix of dirt and soot. It's nothing. You keep moving downward. The air pressure down here feels greater. You're getting close to the current with each step. Something is approaching. A false alarm. Are the spirits below going to spring a trap on you? You continue downwards. You hear something in the distance. ¿Estás perdido aquí? ¿Estás con frío? You shake your head. Oh, vamos conversar a la embrazo. Okay. Y tengo otros que quiero mostrar a você. Antes no para desusar sombra uma gaiola de passarinho. Vejo você no final. You hold your breath and continue downward. I think I'm holding my breath. Something is approaching. When you regain consciousness, you're further down the staircase. You awake with a note next to your head. It's difficult to read, but you can make out a sentence. Don't get up before Saturday. Take the Saturday note with you. The sound of the rain has completely stopped down here. Your eyes are strained. You continue downwards. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right. You navigate the basement blindly until you reach the room with 4 directions. You can barely make out the outlines of door frames in each direction. Which way should you go? Let's go east. Your hands run across a large door. The voices of the children still haunt you. Cabbage, bread, onion, raspberry. Trumpets. Come out! No answer. Maybe now isn't the time for this. You walk back to the basement steps, trying to remember why you wandered this far. Found you! Let's end this. Karen escapes down the hallway, leaving a trail of blood behind her. You follow her to the room in the east. Turn on the light. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, Karen, I won't forget you.
Sneak.
Cooking time is so much fun, and nothing bad could happen. Everything is totally great, but please do refrain from going in the basement. Cooking companions, your life just might end. Cooking companions, don't trust that onion.
That's me! Oi, boy. Onion! Wee, cabbage! Cabbage. Hello!
Hello! Welcome to Chompette's Cabin Courses! We missed school too much, we want to bring it back. Honest! I'll be playing the role of teacher today! You can call me Ms. Cabbage if you like. Let's just roll with it, alright?
It's fun!
Can't wait to learn some new things today! Me too! Aren't you excited, Potato? I dropped out of grade school so I could work at the butcher. That's extremely depressing. It explains everything so far. Is he quiet because he doesn't want to sound dumb? You three are terrible at whispering.
Cabbage.
They never learn their inside voices, Potato. Cabbage looks you right in the eyes. There's no dumb questions or wrong answers today.
Cabbage, cabbage, cabbage.
Our trumpets courses are designed to let you passively learn. But you need to stay awake this time.
Cabbage.
That's correct, Onion. And the best part?
Cabbage.
No silly humans interrupt anything. You ask about dead humans.
Cabbage.
Those aren't real, silly. You ask about... That's enough!
Cabbage. Cabbage.
No questions about ghosts today.
Onion.
Save it for a practicing medium, Stinky. Got a cornbread classic for you. What's a ghost's favorite food? Blueberry. You need to get Brad an actual joke book. Yeah. Let the learning begin. Excited to listen to the trumpets. Although you have the feeling something else is at play.
Cabbage.
For the first lesson, let's talk about that nasty oven. One of us was baked into a crust. You threw half of it away without hesitation. Human life is completely disposable to you. That's enough! I seem to have lost my place in the teaching curriculum.
Oh, cabbage.
Let's talk about the cauldron instead. The first cauldron discovered dates back to the Bronze Age, which took place between 3100 BC and 300 BC. You see a cauldron in the famous artwork, The Garden of Earthly Delights, where a birdman is wearing one like a crown as he eats and poops people down into a hellhole below. Yikes! When one fell into a hellhole. Most of us were placed in this cauldron stewing for a day straight. The smell was so foul. It clung to all linens in the cabin, absolutely revolting.
Cabbage.
Raspberry, need to speak with you for a minute in private. The two awkwardly leave for the bedroom, slamming the door behind them. You can hear Cabbage chewing at Raspberry. What is another name for little Brussels sprouts? Cabbage Patch Kids. Right, that wasn't even a pun. Or a joke. It was more like a stalling. Cabbage and Raspberry joined the group again.
Cabbage.
Raspberry, is there something you'd like to say?
Raspberry.
There is, Cabbage! You have committed crimes against humanity. You're a scourge on this earth sent to punish us. Cabbage may forgive you, but I never will! Wow, look at the time!
Cabbage.
This concludes the Chompet's cabin courses. Did you learn anything this time? Or did you just loaf around? Haha. Are you remembering it yet? Just join me in the boiling water sometime. Really loosens the meat off those old bones. Right in that nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in the oven. Have you seen that knife? Yikes! Big enough to cleave cabbage in two! Still leftovers in here. Dig in. Is it sinking in yet? The others have told us what you did to them. Did your arthritis slow you down, or did you eventually feel remorse? That's enough! Thanks for playing along today. It was fun to revisit some old topics. Let's sleep on some of this, shall we? We've made your bed. Sweet dreams! Welcome to New Game Plus. This playthrough will have different dialogue, events, and decisions to make. Anatoly, Gregor, and Karin will start with 3 hearts each. Use this opportunity to max out your relationships. We highly recommend you create a manual save file right now for the shorter playthrough. Okay, if you insist. Fortunately, Mariah will not be available to max. Sorry! Thank you for playing Cooking Companions. We hope you enjoyed the experience. Oh, almost forgot. Jump scare mode activated. Just kidding. Dear Dream Studios. You can feel someone approaching. Wake up! I said, wake up! I can't keep pretending anymore. Always, Mary. How could I be? I was the last to die. You try to reply up instead of have a coughing fit. Cough harder. I can see your jugular vein pumping. Pick your last words carefully. I'm sorry, Rena. Yeah? I don't believe you. Prove it by getting rid of potato. Do that? We're even. Getting rid of potato might be a fatal decision. Rena has bluffed before. Well, is potato leaving the cabin? No. A traitor. I think that's why you create a manual save. I'll find fruit intimidating. I'm going to ruin that other eye of yours. Don't look away. Keep eye contact. You're not scared of me? You shake your head. Fine. Goodbye, wretch. Karen, Anatoly, Gregor, I'll keep us alive. I promise. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. After the three go to bed, you finally hop an opportunity to use the bathroom. The candle blew out. You grasp blindly along the floor until you find a flashlight in the corner. This bathtub is filthy. It will need more than a little elbow grease to get these stains out. You notice a note underneath the bathtub. I think we already had... You take the court summons letter with you. They're just the... mirror. Oh. Someone forgot to restock the toilet paper. Disgusting. This is truly the scariest thing you've ever seen. With your interest waning, you decide to leave the bathroom. Time to surprise the others. You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it over the in the oven. You cooked meat. Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you? The three are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small pieces. He immediately grabs some off the plate, chewing ferociously. Do you have any more of this? You explain how the meat is stored securely hidden so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Not till he runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Gregor wanders off. Anatoly returns looking choked up. I left you some of the meat. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Anatoly takes a cutlet off the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. I'm going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Karan leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? Well, it's Anatoly last time. What if I say neither? You ignore Karan's request to keep them occupied. You'll be busy soon in the basement. Let them fail. Hours passed. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. They can never be satiated now. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time. No dinner. Fine. I understand. Guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments? Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly tonight. You have a strange dream. The river seems to be on fire, glowing eerily in the morning light. A man on horseback is staring at you from the other side, blowing his nose into a handkerchief. A rickety bridge is the only way to reach him, so you decide to start crossing it. The bridge immediately sinks with your weight, causing the rotting wood of the post to crack. The wind pushes the bridge from side to side, the ropes creaking with each gust. As you reach the center, the man on horseback smiles at you. Raising the hand with a handkerchief, he brings it down in a violent motion, causing the bridge to disappear beneath your feet. As you fall into the river of flame, you can see the man on horseback galloping away. You wake in a cold sweat. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what she would have wanted. I think he's right. Please bring us more of the meat. Grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. It's almost done. It looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole, like a duck when eating bread. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth using the spoon. He isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Karan. You didn't notice her even start to eat. There's just an empty bowl now. Karan is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. How could you be so careless again? Remember Karan's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? This storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Anatoly? Yes? I think tomorrow you should go look for Mariah. Or forage for plants outside. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you. Please, Anatoly. You can swim back after a few hours. Gregor is right, Anatoly. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. I think Mariah's fine by herself. He still hasn't accepted what's happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay? No problem, little guy. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed ravenous. Mariah. Something is approaching. Time to wake up. You ask Potato where the chompettes are. Cabbage, onion, raspberry, and bread? They've moved on. Just us now. The way it always should have been. Your mind finally manages to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. You have a strange dream. You're walking down the steps when you trip and fall. You snap every bone on the way down, landing in the basement as a writhing pile of flesh and bones. The whispers surround you, their laughter ringing in your ears. You wake in a cold sweat. Something smells terrible in the living room. Natalie puked in one of the corners. You leave it there so the others will question his fortitude. Good morning. Good morning, little guy. Well, Natalie, what's your decision? I barely slept last night. Her whispers came through one of the holes in the floor. She kept telling me to come outside. We don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night. So that's what that smell was. Natalie's playing dumb for the group. Natalie, my patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. What? Oh, why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint of Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. The group disperses. Tensions seem to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do? Let's speak with Gregor. Hey, I'm a little worried about Anatoly. The flood currents are really strong. Ugh. Once Karen makes up her mind on something, it has to happen. I definitely won't debate her on it. Have you seen that knife she carries around? I don't know where she got it, but she had it on her at all times. Do you think it's for self-defense? Or... You interrupt Gregor. Cooking? Yeah. I mean, she hasn't cooked anything here. But Gregor continues to babble incoherently. You feign concern and nod politely. Whoops. He noticed you weren't actively listening to him. Yeah. Just stand up to her when the time comes, alright? Gregor smiles a little bit. You're sure he will remember that. Relationship is stronger. I know you'll do the right thing. Thanks. Decide to call everyone together for a meeting. Natalie, you okay, little guy? Natalie looks pale, like he's gonna pass out. Natalie, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Natalie. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Natalie. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Karin. Yes. Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say anything to Anatoly? You say nothing. Goodbye, Anatoly. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. Anatoly has left the cabin. I say I still didn't get the trophy for that either. I wonder... It's a lot to redo real quick, but I'm gonna do it. Let's speak with Anatoly in the bedroom. You knock on the door first. Anatoly? No, we did this last time, but... Thanks for checking in on me. You asked if he still feels sick. Not anymore. I think it was a mental thing. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you. You're sure Anatoly will remember that? Just want to see if doing this fixes things. Leave Anatoly and go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Alright, let's fast forward and talk with Anatoly near the basement. Anatoly looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Anatoly seems comforted by your presence. Your relationship is stronger. Gregor told me he's her Mariah. I'm sure Karin isn't being honest with me. Have you checked out the basement door closely? Every so often, I can see her peeking out at me through the holes. I really don't want to drown outside. But at least I won't have her tormenting me anymore. You know what's in the basement, don't you? Anatoly, I'm here for you. Thank you. Staying in this cabin is messing with my head. I feel so lost some days. When I was 6, my father asked me to put flowers on the grave of our dead dog. That dog was very special to him, helped him find food during the war. When he came back injured, he brought the dog to meet my mother, who was pregnant with me. He truly loved that dog. I carried a vase filled with flowers with me into the forest, and took a left when I should have gone right. I was lost for 1 full day, wandering through the forest, crying and panicked. I foolishly skipped breakfast that day, so I was desperate at this point. I tried to, but I couldn't recognize any plants to eat. So I tried eating some random plant I found in the woods, but I upchucked all of it. I was so humiliated when I stumbled back to my house. I'll never forget my father running up, worried. And I was still holding the vase with flowers in it. My entire shirt stained with puke. After that experience, I studied obsessively my mother's collection of foraging books, so I would never starve in the wilderness again. Thank you for absolutely everything. You know, calling everyone together for a meeting. Anatoly, you okay, little guy? Anatoly looks pale, like he's gonna pass out. Anatoly, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Anatoly. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Anatoly. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Karin. Yes? Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say anything to Anatoly? You say nothing. Goodbye, Natalie. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. Natalie has left the cabin. Well, they didn't fix getting the Natalie has left the cabin trophy. See you soon, little guy. I guess all we can do now is wait. Never mind, there it is. The heck. Good night. Karen goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor is getting choked up. I didn't tell him. Missing him already. Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep. You hear a scraping from the floor. The red-haired woman won't let him live, will she? Too ravenous at this point. The more she consumes, the stronger she gets. At what cost, though? Heh. Sometimes all you need to do is shut your mouth. The Chompettes never would have listened to this crap. You fall asleep thinking about what Potato told you. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, partially cracked, and set them down next to the workbench. The workingest saw you rub the cuts in an old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you begin drying the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching, so you clench a fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake in a cold sweat. You wake in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk, or... You found some meat. Everybody's still asleep. This would be a nice surprise after yesterday's events. You decided to cook breakfast for everyone, cutting each slice fairly thin. You brown each side in the oven. The smell is unique. Karen runs into the kitchen. What is that smell? Give it to me. Now. You don't argue. Karen grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it to her mouth. Ah! She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. Oh god. Already? Gregor looks conflicted. They succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, carefully grabbing a second cutlet. The tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join them in the meal, quickly consuming the meat on the table. I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration anything now. Karen is sounding more determined than before. I'm gonna lay down on the couch and try to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Karen leans in to whisper, I'm glad Mariah and Natalie are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How did you get so good at it? You tell Karen. After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. Took a few nights, but I fought back. And now it's all I can think about. I read the book on necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect the craft? You tell her. Yeah, right. I used to tell Mariah that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Karen pauses deep in thought. You know Gregor can't swim, right? He'd be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Karen hands you a vial of liquid. I think you know what needs to be done. This is a strong anesthetic. Don't ask me how I found it. I want you to slip this into Gregor's mug tonight. This is for the best. He won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. This request is beyond extreme. Will you do this for me? You know what? We're gonna toss another save here. We'll do it. I knew you would. Thank you. You nod. She's learning quickly. Looks like Karen will remember that. Karen hands you a vial of mysterious liquid and you add it to Gregor's mug. Gregor! It's been a while since you had some water. Come drink with us. Gregor looks frightened. I can't stop thinking about the little guy. Can't remember what happened before we arrived. Just never ends. I miss Natalie and Mariah. Let us toast to a Natalie and Mariah. They'll always be inside of us, Gregor. Can't change that now. Gregor begins to weep. You're right. We're having a raw tonight, Gregor. What? Eating raw meat is one of life's great gambles. Get sick, or... Gregor slowly puts the meat into his mouth, ignoring the smell. He swallows each bite with a wince on his face. Try not to get sick. I'll never forget the first time I met Natalie. We were kids, chopping firewood outside the house. Nate brought over a butterfly net filled with them. He introduced himself and asked me if I wanted to hold one of the butterflies. I had never held one before. He told me not to crush between my large paws. He did have miniature hands himself, so I get it. Karen, what did you put in this water? Would you do anything to save your friends, Gregor? Of course. Gregor's eyes start to droop. What the hell was Karen's liquid? I think it's be best to have an early bedtime tonight. Let me help you onto the couch, Gregor. Yeah. Thank you, Karen. Gregor passes out cold. Thank you. I'll do the rest. Even if he screams, please ignore Gregor when he wakes up. Okay. You don't want to interrupt Karen with this. You leave her alone, going into the bedroom, crawling into the bed that Natalie slept in. You fall asleep almost instantly. You have a strange dream. Wake up, sleepyhead! You were having a nightmare. Gregor is waiting for you. You get out of bed and follow Karen to the couch. Gregor. I think he's trying to speak. What is it, Gregor? You tell Karen that Gregor has died. He hasn't spoiled yet. Let me show you the rest of him. Karen shuffles over to the basement door, opening the lock with a knife. Why? Wait until she's in the basement. Take back the knife and end her life. Explain how difficult it is to get blood out of wood. Your laziness is unbelievable. The minute those four entered the cabin, you should have killed all of them. You're getting soft. You nursed a weakened butcher back to health. What if she ends up killing you now? I brought you the key. She goes downstairs, lock the door behind her with a deadbolt. then let her rot. Karen, Potato, might have made great allies in another life. You need to stop her before it's too late. You walk over to the basement door. Where's Karen? When are you fixing this hole? You can feel her breath coming through the crack in the door. You lock the basement door. What the hell are you doing? Goodbye, Karen. She slips into the darkness. You climb on the couch to rest, waiting for the basement noises to become silent. Mariah was correct. It's freezing over here. Frigid air swirls visibly in front of you. The basement noises have completely stopped. What do you want to do? I'm gonna change pages. Yeah, we'll save it again, just in case. Let's look under the couch. Lots of cobwebs underneath. Thankfully, no spiders. Notice a child's toy. How did this get under here? It's a small wooden boat. That's weird. No ports anywhere near here. It looks like there's a name engraved on it. Rosale. Maybe Bread would want this? Bread's not around right now. You'll have to hold on to this until the moment is right. Bookshelf? There's various books of a wide variety of topics. No time to read them now, though. Take a closer look at the subjects. Cooking, herbalism, skinning. Books that are good for surviving in the wilderness. You take another look at the subjects. Carpentry, metalworking, tailoring. Books that are good for crafting in the wilderness. Wasting time reading books? You were just browsing. Sure. Why not read this one? Tail nudges one of the books. The edges of the pages are a little singed. This was saved from a book burning. I wonder why. One may in truth proceed against such a man as such a person who is gravely suspect, but he is not to be condemned in his absence without a hearing. And the suspicious may be very grave, and we cannot refrain from suspecting these people, for their frivolous assertions do certainly seem to affect the purity of the faith. For there are three kinds of suspicion: a light suspicion, a serious suspicion, and a grave suspicion. You take the singed book with you. I'd say your entire life has been a grave suspicion. It's a shame you never went to trial for anything. That would never happen. Carrying around the book would be a burden, so you put it back. The rest of the books are boring. Fine, eat a meal. You decide to have a quick lunch at the table. She escaped? You wake in a cold sweat. Wake up, sleepyhead! You were having a nightmare. Oh wow, the sheets are completely soaked. Are you wetting the bed? You feel underneath you. Gross. You must have broke a fever because the sweat is everywhere. Don't worry, we can wash them in the basement. Just unlock the door and we'll make a day of it. You're not that slow with laundry. Come with me, I have something to show you. You cautiously get up, following Karen out of the bedroom. Basement door was already open. I'm hungry. Let's get something from the basement. Feel the cold presence of Karen behind you. Goodbye.
Stop! Grab onto the railing!
You do so, feeling a slight push on your back. You feel the presence leave.
That was a close one. Karen will try everything in her power to kill you. Tread cautiously downstairs.
Why are you helping me, Potato?
Because I pity what you've become.
You work your way down to the bottom of the stairs.
Above your knees.
Something is approaching. Can you hear me? I've been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? Anatoly's down here. Come, have some bread with us. They always try things like this. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here, loaves of it. Fine. Down here. Beware of Karen. She is ill beyond repair. And she will rip the flesh from your bones. We'll speak again. You feel Mariah leaving the staircase. You continue your descent. The walls, down here there are dirt and soot. Something is approaching.
I'm glad I found you. The rain outside has stopped. Did you hear that knocking behind you? Another trap. Everyone else is upstairs. Mariah was worried sick about you.
You tell her Gregor about speaking with Mariah.
Guess I can't lie to you, huh? If you won't come upstairs with me, please turn on the light when you reach the room. I want to see the look on your face when that light bulb turns on. You nod. Huh, thank you. Thanks for letting me lick the bowls clean. We'll meet again soon. Beware of Karen.
You feel Gregor leaving the staircase. You descend deeper into the abyss. Your pressure down here feels greater. You're getting closer to Karen with each step. Something is approaching.
Oh, thought you'd still be fending off that glutton Gregor right now.
You tell Natalie about meeting with Gregor and Mariah.
Oh, you don't want to pick onions outside?
You shake your head.
Guess there's no fooling you, huh?
You ask Natalie where Karen is.
Below us. Waiting to devour you?
Down here, the whispers have told me about you. How long did you leave them in there?
Beware of Karen.
She'll wipe that smug smile off your face. Why were you so nice to me? Because you were the most pathetic? Goodbye, Natalie.
See you again soon.
You feel Natalie leaving the staircase. You grit your teeth and keep going. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right.
Look behind you.
You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. Found you.
Karen's finally surpassed you. Consuming her friends has given her strength. She is lost in the abyss. We need to end that. I hope you prepare for what comes next.
You feel something creeping up in front of you.
Hello.
Hello!
Cabbage, what are you?
Cabbage. Cabbage.
It took us forever
To move the rubble you put in the mouse holes. Chomp it!
Help.
Come up! Never fear, Onion is here!
Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion.
That's me.
Sometimes Mary Raspberry! What lie did you tell them, Potato?
That you had moved on.
Will you let us go? You shake your head. Someday, maybe. Trumpets!
Cabbage. Cabbage.
We can't allow Karen to take over the cabin.
Bye bye.
She's much worse than you, Stinky. Did you see what she did to Gregor? Unhinged.
She's a cut above you right now.
You don't need our help with this. Just remember what she's done. Channel the anger. She's just like Potato now, right?
I'm still here, Cabbage.
And as punishment for earlier, we're locking you in the room again, Potato. No trumpet trial needed. You got company down here, Potato.
Oh.
One of us should hide the key. That's enough. No need to twist a knife. Good luck. Trumpets,
Just a ha.
let's help out. Trumpets get in position behind you, ready for what's next. You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. Found you! Let's end this.
Cabbage.
Look, he's trying to speak.
Cabbage.
Don't be shy. Try again. Might take a few more days. Welcome to the trumpets. Turn up.
Wee, cabbage.
His cooking companion. So there's still... Scroll it down. The heck? I see the thing. There it is. So... yeah, there's still, like, CG stuff to get. But... I think that is going to do it. I don't know if there's gonna be much different in terms of replays outside of, like... I know there's, like, the developer room. I could probably... actually, I'm gonna go... I can go grab that. Hold on. We have a save. Was in nightmare mode, I think? Not do anything here. I am scared. Not that. Gonna leave them so soon. Perfect. He knows how to improve your methods. Share that knowledge with me and your spirits. Reject. Okay. I happen to have seen this one, but look into the mirror. Look into reflection. Look into the mirror. No, thank you. Hard pass. Nope. No. Not a chance. Not today. No thanks. Nah. No. That's funny. Sorry, no. Never. No chance. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Nothing happened. Just keep going. Keep looking into the mirror. I think this is about the only main thing I can think of to, like, actually try and grab here. I know there's, like, different recipes and, like, secret notes and whatever to find in the, like, first half, but I don't know. I'm just gonna get this and keep looking into this mirror and then call it good for this playthrough. Eventually, I promise. Eventually. Nothing, nothing. You finally decide to look into the mirror. Cannot believe you tried to look at the mirror so much. This is Dear Dream Studios. Thanks for playing. I'm guessing, though, that you either looked this up in a guide or watched the video. If that's the case, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in you. As your reward for finding this, why don't I tell you about planned content that was ultimately cut from Cooking Companions? Original idea for the mirror was to have players inspect it a number of times, and every 100 times you get a different look at the main character. The art style would change each milestone from looking younger to completely horrific. It was cut largely because I couldn't find the needed artist for it. I didn't want players to see the main character's face. You'll get to in the sequel, though. What else? Originally, players could strengthen their relationships with the Chomp-Eds, which would lead to unique dialogues and scenarios. Only one problem. The majority of playtesters only want to talk to the Chomp-Eds. Nobody cared about the humans. I get it. For the RPG fight at the end, many players think it's bugged. It isn't. Just like a real fight, I want it to be chaotic with plenty of chances for failure. Given the state of Cooking Companion's main character, it's easy to show how they stumbled or received the cheap shot. During the fight, some players fought refused to speak with the Chomp-Eds, making the fight much harder. The game checkpoints their progress, so you'll always get Raspberry and the end on the 5th attempt. The Chomp-Eds also tell you to call on them 3 times before the fight begins, so there shouldn't be any confusion. I'm extremely humbled by the reception of Cooking Companions. Your fan art, social media posts, videos, playthroughs, I tried to watch all of them. It is surreal to see something you worked on for more than 5 years finally come out, but even more surreal to see that people enjoyed it. I never could have imagined this. Thank you for playing and thank you for watching. This game was created during COVID with about an hour or two each night dedicated to it. If I can make this, you can create something wonderful if you persevere long enough. Hope by the time you read this, the world is a better place for you. I hope you're doing better than you were yesterday. Just hang in there and do your best. For me, I hope to keep making horror games for all of you. Thanks for playing, Dear Dream Studios. Well, on that actual note, that is going to do it for Cooking Companions. Like I said, there's like more various things to get, but I think that is the bulk of it. So, thank you for watching. Thank you. Huge shout out to Serenity Forge for the code. Out now on consoles, also out on Steam. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video and the series, consider tossing a like, comment, maybe subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. Also, be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord, come hang out, get notifications there as well. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!